Sportlink was nice enough to send me this waterproof phone case in exchange for my honest opinion. It's for my iPhone 15 Pro Max, so I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing and a demo, and I'm even going to put it underwater. So let's go ahead and get started.
So first off, the box itself was a really nice box. You can tell a lot of time and energy was put into this because there's little parts of it that are kind of shiny and have like a sheen to it. So it was actually just kind of a striking image on the front, and it was really pretty. Now the actual case itself is right here, and everything you're going to need was sort of tucked inside when you first open it up. And so this is going to be the front of the case, and it's got this film on it that we're going to go ahead and peel off in a second. But then here's the back of the case, and it definitely is like a nice firm texture. You've got some little instructions here and a little wipey thing to be able to clean off the phone. You've got a little lanyard, and then this little piece is going to be important for actually opening up the case. So we're going to go ahead and just peel off this part right here and kind of like get everything started. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and actually put the phone case together. And then we're going to put that piece underwater and do a test run on it. And that's actually what's suggested that they say for you to do. That way you can just make sure that there's nothing wrong with the phone case and that you know that your phone is going to actually be protected. So I'm actually going to do two rounds here. One is just with the case underwater, and then the other is going to be with the phone inside under the water. So the first thing I'm doing is just going around and clipping the whole thing all the way around. The last piece of the puzzle is to then do down by where like the port would be at the base right there. I'm just really making sure that it's nice and solid, and I'm pushing all of that in. And it kind of has like a rubber material down there. So I'm just making sure that everything's lining up properly. So it's looking like it's all sealed and it feels like it's all sealed, but now we're going to go ahead and do the test under the water and just to verify. So I'm going to put underwater and put something heavy on top of it so that it's really good and under the water for a good stretch of time to kind of really test it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just take it out and dry it all off. And we'll just be able to just verify that it is indeed dry on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and just dry everything off and then check it. So what's great about these is they are water, dirt, and drop protection for, elements of everyday life. That's kind of the purpose of this. So yes, it's meant for underwater, but it's actually meant for other kinds of situations as well. It does meet the IP60 dust and continuous submersion rating. So that's what's really nice about these cases is it's really meant for something beyond just water. So as you can see here, it's all nice and dry. So I feel really solid now about the idea of being able to put my phone in there because these are expensive phones, right? So we want to protect them and we want to make sure that nothing goes wrong. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the front right, sort of pops right into the piece, and it kind of hugs it really nice and kind of tight. And then I'm going to go ahead and line up the back piece. And I'm just going to repeat exactly the same behavior where I'm just going to go all the way around, make sure everything is good and clipped in there, and just push it nice and tight. And then I'm going to go ahead and of course, the same deal. The last piece of the puzzle is to then take down by the port. You're then going to go ahead and you're going to close up that last piece and just make sure it's nice and firmly solid and connected, and that there's no gaps anywhere in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put the whole thing. But you can see there where when I did that, I kind of touched the button on the side and that still activated the phone. So it still has a nice sort of very sensitive front where it's a nice thin design. You can see I'm putting under the water solidly. It's getting a real good dunk and to really test it here. And what we're going to have is that it really is great because it still has a sensitivity where you can still get good sound quality, and you can also have the, like the touch screen is still going to be sensitive. And it is going to support underwater photography. So for snorkeling, for surfing, anything like that. So I'm really going to give it a good dry on the outside, and we're going to open it back up and just double check everything, make sure it's good to go. It is also able to survive drop protection of up to 6.5 feet. So it still has drop protection that's also built into this. So you're really getting it's sort of like the best of both worlds between water protection and dust protection from the elements, as well as being able to have still drop protection built into the case. So that's where that little tool comes in, is that you just pop it into the side to help you kind of open it up. And you can see here, everything is dry. So this is a case that I'll definitely be using and I can highly recommend. I think it's a great case.